Welcome to Ace My Exams Learning. Let us get started with today's learning.
Question. Explain 6 objectives of a human resources department. The Human Resources (HR) department has several key objectives as outlined below. 1. Fostering individual recognition. HR aims to help employees understand that they are unique individuals, each making a substantial impact on the organization's effectiveness. This recognition is fundamental for creating a workplace culture that values individual contributions and diversity. 2. Cultivating a common focus. The Human Resources Department endeavors to create a culture where both employees and the organization share common goals and objectives. This alignment promotes unity and collaboration, ensuring that everyone is working towards the same organizational mission. 3. Supporting managerial execution. The Human Resource Department supports managers in the execution of tasks by assisting them in matters related to human resource management. This support ensures that managers can effectively handle issues concerning their teams, contributing to overall operational efficiency. 4. Strategic workforce planning. The Human Resources Department plays a crucial role in ensuring the proper staffing of the enterprise. This involves identifying job requirements, determining the necessary numbers of people and skills, and actively engaging in the recruitment, selection, and promotion of qualified candidates. 5. Employee development. The Human Resources Department is dedicated to developing the potential of every employee through training initiatives and optimizing manpower utilization. This focus on continuous improvement of individual skills and team capabilities is essential for the organization to remain competitive in the economic market. 6. Retention and well-being. The Human Resources Department works towards retaining staff by recognizing and rewarding effectively performed jobs. It also ensures harmonious working relations between employees and managers through participative management and regular negotiations on various aspects of the work environment. This creates a safe and healthy work environment and results in increased employee satisfaction and retention. 7. Management employee communication. The Human Resources Department serves as a link between management and employees. It ensures there is effective communication regarding all matters, and the personnel manager reports to top management concerning decisions that affect the workforce. This helps to foster transparency and trust within the organization. 8. External relations. The Human Resource Department addresses and manages matters that connect the organization with external factors and acts as a bridge between the external environment and the enterprise. This role ensures that the company remains informed and adaptable to changes in the broader business landscape, thereby aligning internal practices with external trends and requirements. Question. Explain 7 functions or activities taking place in an organization. To achieve its goals and objectives, an organization undertakes activities grouped into functions represented by departments, as outlined below. 1. Purchasing. This function is responsible for acquiring the raw materials, equipment, and services required for production. This includes sourcing, negotiating contracts, and establishing relationships with suppliers to ensure the required resources are available at optimal cost. 2. Production. The production function is responsible for converting raw materials or inputs into finished goods or services. This involves planning, organizing, and overseeing manufacturing processes to meet quality standards, production schedules, and cost efficiency targets. 3. Administration services. This function is responsible for providing support services to the organization. Its activities include office management, record keeping, data management, and communication to ensure efficient administrative processes within the organization. 4. Marketing. This function is tasked with identifying customer needs and wants, developing products, creating awareness, and generating demand for the organization's offerings. This function encompasses market research to enable the business or organization to understand customer needs. 5. Finance. The finance function is responsible for managing the organization's financial resources. This includes budgeting, accounting, financial reporting, and strategic financial planning to guarantee the organization's financial health and compliance with regulatory requirements. 6. Public relations. The public relations function focuses on managing the organization's reputation and image while fostering positive relationships with the public, stakeholders, and the media. 7. Human resources. The human resources function is responsible for managing the organization's workforce and fostering a positive work environment. This includes undertaking recruitment, training, performance management, employee relations, and ensuring compliance with employment laws. Question. Name and describe the 4 basic management tasks. The 4 basic management tasks are: 1. Planning. The first fundamental management task is planning. In this crucial step, managers determine the organization's goals and objectives and decide what the organization is going to do, thereby setting the foundation for subsequent management actions. 2. Organizing. The second management task is organizing. This step involves making decisions on how the organization will implement the plans devised during the planning phase. Organizing is about structuring resources efficiently, whether they be human, financial, or material, to ensure the successful execution of the established plans. 3. Leading. The third essential management task is leading. After organizing the necessary resources, leaders must guide and motivate the workforce to effectively implement the agreed plans and attain the set goals. 4. Controlling. The fourth and final step in the management process is controlling. This task involves measuring and assessing how well the organization is executing the plans put in place during the planning phase. Managers need to monitor performance, identify deviations from the established goals, implement corrective actions, and ensure the organization stays on track toward its objectives. Read the following case study and then answer the questions. Sasol changes move through the ranks. The restructuring that has caused energy and petrochemicals company Sasol to abolish the positions of 200 senior managers has now moved to lower structures of the company. Though unionized employees will be shielded from forced retrenchment, the full effect on jobs will be known only once the restructuring is complete in June. The restructuring was now moving down to the next level of managers below senior, and then to all employees, said Elton Fortuin, Sasol's acting vice president for communications. Question. Define the term organizational change. Organizational change refers to the process of implementing changes within a company by changing attitudes, perceptions, behaviors, and expectations to improve its effectiveness, adapt to external market conditions, or address internal challenges. In general, organizational change aims to boost productivity by shaping the attitudes, perceptions, behaviors, and expectations of individuals within the organization, as explained below. 1. Attitudes. Attitudes refer to the beliefs and feelings that employees have towards their work, colleagues, and the organization as a whole. Organizational change initiatives often aim to shift attitudes towards innovation, collaboration, or customer centricity. For example, by introducing a new performance management system that emphasizes feedback and development, companies can change employees' attitudes towards performance. 2. Perceptions. Perceptions relate to how individuals interpret and make sense of their environment within the organization. Organizational change initiatives often aim to alter perceptions about various aspects such as leadership, company values, or work-life balance. For instance, transparent communication practices can be implemented to change employees' perceptions about management's openness and trustworthiness. 3. Behaviors. Behaviors are the actions and interactions that employees engage in within the organization. Organizational change efforts often target behaviors to align them with desired outcomes or values. For example, If a company wants to foster an inclusive culture, it might introduce training programs on unconscious bias to encourage employees to change their behavior towards more inclusive actions. 4. Expectations. Expectations refer to what employees anticipate from their roles, the organization, and their career growth. Organizational change may involve clarifying expectations, resetting them to align with new strategic directions, or managing changes in employee expectations during transitions such as mergers or restructuring. For instance, during a merger, clear communication and support programs may be necessary to manage employees' expectations regarding job security and career advancement opportunities. Question. Name and explain the steps that Sasol can incorporate in their change program. Sasol can incorporate the following steps in their change program. 1. Sensitivity training. Sasol should start by organizing sessions where groups of employees come together to discuss their interactions in an unstructured manner. The aim is to enhance understanding, empathy, communication skills, and conflict resolution abilities. Participants learn to view situations from others' perspectives, listen actively, and tolerate individual differences. This helps in fostering a more empathetic and harmonious work environment. 2. Attitude surveys. Using attitude surveys, Sasol should gather information from employees and identify existing problems and areas for improvement. Sasol should report the survey results to its employees and organize workshops to discuss identified issues and brainstorm potential solutions. This encourages employee engagement and ownership in the change process, fostering a culture of openness and continuous improvement. 3. Process consultation. Sasol should bring in external consultants to assist management in identifying organizational problems and suggesting effective solutions. Consultants can facilitate group discussions, help team members develop problem-solving skills, and improve collaboration. This approach will enable Sasol to address underlying issues and enhance organizational effectiveness. 4. Team building. Arrange team building activities where groups set goals, develop interpersonal relationships, clarify roles and responsibilities, and build trust and openness among team members. By fostering a sense of cohesion and shared purpose, through team building, communication, collaboration, and overall team effectiveness improves significantly. 5. Intergroup development. Sasol should implement intergroup development to address conflicts between different groups within the organization. This involves facilitating meetings where each group shares their perceptions of themselves and each other. An open dialogue should be encouraged to highlight similarities and differences, and work towards finding common ground. This will promote understanding, cooperation, and collaboration across different organizational units. 6. Transactional analysis. Using transactional analysis, Sasol should provide training sessions for employees to communicate effectively and handle conflicts using clear messaging and reasonable responses. Transactional analysis helps reduce destructive communication habits and promotes healthier interactions for improved workplace relationships and productivity. 7. Behavior modeling. Lastly, Sasol should implement a structured approach where managers and supervisors demonstrate desired behaviors through role-playing exercises. Employees can then simulate these behaviors and practice them in real-world situations. This method helps to reinforce positive behaviors, address behavioral issues, and promote a culture of continuous learning and improvement within the organization. Question. The unionized employees at Sasol might resist the restructuring process. Explain guidelines that Sasol can introduce to ensure that resistance becomes less. To ensure that resistance to change becomes less, Sasol can introduce the following guidelines. 1. Be sure that there is a need for change. Sasol should assess the organization's current state and identify areas that require improvement or change. When employees understand what needs to change and the need for change, they are more likely to accept the proposed changes. 2. plan towards a result and keep all people involved informed. SASL should develop a comprehensive change management plan that outlines the desired outcomes, timelines, and roles of stakeholders. Additionally, regular communication channels should be established to keep employees informed about the progress of the change initiative and any updates or adjustments along the way. 3. Emphasize the change that will benefit individual employees. SASL should highlight how the proposed changes will positively impact individual employees. Whether it's offering opportunities for career advancement, enhancing work-life balance, or providing additional training and development, emphasizing the personal benefits of change can help alleviate resistance. 4. The future situation must be realistic. SASL should ensure that the envisioned future state resulting from the changes is achievable and aligned with the organization's resources and capabilities. Setting realistic expectations helps prevent disillusionment and skepticism among employees. 5. All employees involved should understand how the steps in the process work. SASL should provide clear and transparent communication regarding the change process, including the rationale behind each step and how it contributes to the overall objectives. This ensures that employees understand their role and how their efforts contribute to the change initiative and its success. 6. The change process should be evaluated regularly and feedback provided to employees. SASL should establish mechanisms for ongoing evaluation and feedback throughout the change process. This is done by soliciting input from employees, identifying challenges, and addressing concerns promptly. This way SASL can demonstrate a commitment to continuous improvement and employee involvement. 7. Ensure support from management, employees, and clients. SASL's leadership should actively demonstrate support for the change initiative, both through their words and actions. In addition, involving employees and clients in the decision-making process and addressing their concerns will help garner support and minimize resistance. 8. Ensure that change is consistent with the norms and values of the organization. SASL should ensure the proposed changes align with the organization's core values and cultural norms. By framing the change initiative in a way that resonates with the organization's identity, SASL can increase buy-in and reduce resistance. 9. Change must be seen as reducing rather than increasing present problems. SASL should communicate how the proposed changes address existing challenges or inefficiencies within the organization. This can be done by focusing on the positive outcomes and benefits of the proposed change, to help employees see change as an opportunity for improvement rather than a source of additional problems. 10. Change must not threaten the autonomy and security of those involved. SASL should ensure that employees feel empowered and secure throughout the change process. Besides, the company offering employees and other stakeholders the opportunity for input and involvement in decision-making, SASL can also offer support and reassurance to employees to help alleviate fears and concerns about loss of control or job security. Question. Provide 5 reasons why employees resist change in the organization. Employees may resist change in an organization due to several reasons, as outlined below. 1. Incomplete information. When employees are not provided with sufficient details or explanations about the proposed changes, they may resist due to uncertainty about how the change will affect them personally and professionally. The lack of clarity can lead to skepticism and mistrust. 2. Fear of the unknown. Change often brings uncertainty about the future, including potential impacts on job roles, responsibilities, and career trajectories. Employees may resist change because they fear the unknown and prefer the stability and predictability of the current situation. 3. Security. Employees seek stability and security in their roles and workplace environment. Change can disrupt this sense of security by introducing new processes, technologies, or organizational structures. Therefore, fear of losing job security or stability can lead employees to resist change. 4. Habit. Humans are creatures of habit. Employees may resist change simply because they are accustomed to existing routines and work routines. Breaking away from familiar habits and adopting new behaviors or processes can be challenging and uncomfortable for some employees. 5. Economic factors. Organizational change, such as restructuring or downsizing, may create concerns about job loss or financial insecurity. Fear of economic repercussions, such as reduced benefits or compensation, can lead to resistance to change. 6. Awareness of weaknesses in the proposed changes. Employees may resist change if they perceive weaknesses or flaws in the proposed changes, especially if they believe the changes will not address underlying problems or create new issues. They will resist out of concern for the organization's well-being. 7. Threat to the social system. Organizations often have established social networks and informal relationships among employees. Change can disrupt these social dynamics, hence employees who value their social connections fear losing their support systems and may not be supportive of change. Question. Explain the role of the human resources manager during the change process. The role of the human resources manager during the change process is crucial for facilitating a smooth transition and ensuring that the organization effectively adapts to the changes. Here's how the HR manager fulfills each role. 1. Identify and appoint groups and individuals who could be instrumental in change to lead the change process. HR managers play a key role in identifying individuals or groups within the organization who have the potential to lead the change process effectively. This involves assessing both the leadership qualities and subject matter expertise relevant to the changes being implemented. Once identified, HR may facilitate the appointment of these leaders, provide them with necessary support, and help establish their roles and responsibilities. 2. Continue to be in day-to-day contact with all top and senior personnel to report on the change process and advise revision. HR managers maintain regular communication with top and senior management to keep them informed about the progress of the change process. They provide updates on milestones achieved, challenges faced, and any adjustments to the change strategy. Additionally, HR may offer advice and recommendations based on feedback or observations made during the implementation. 3. Develop and follow a change strategy plan. HR managers collaborate with key stakeholders to develop a comprehensive change strategy plan. This plan outlines the objectives of the change initiative, its implementation, timelines, resource allocation, and measures for evaluating success. HR ensures that the plan aligns with the organization's goals and values while addressing the needs of employees affected by the change. 4. Continuously evaluate the critical performance areas of the change process and revise where necessary. HR managers are responsible for monitoring the performance and effectiveness of the change process. They gather feedback from various stakeholders, assess key performance indicators, and identify areas which need adjustment. Based on this evaluation, HR recommends revisions to the change strategy, communication approaches, or implementation methods to enhance outcomes and address emerging challenges. 5. Suggest adaptations to the organizational structure on an ongoing basis to facilitate change. HR managers recognize the importance of aligning organizational structure with the requirements of the change initiative. Hence, they assess the existing structure to identify any barriers or inefficiencies that hinder the change process. HR may suggest adaptations such as restructuring teams, reallocating resources, or revising reporting relationships to better support the implementation of change. These adaptations help to facilitate better communication, collaboration, and agility within the organization. Question. Organizational culture is the behavior of humans within an organization and the meaning that people attach to those behaviors. Culture includes the organization's vision, values, norms, systems, symbols, language, assumptions, beliefs, and habits. Name and describe 6 factors affecting organizational culture. Below are 6 factors that affect organizational culture. 1. Organizational structure. The organizational structure sets the framework within which employees operate. It holds the rules, regulations, and procedures that dictate how tasks are performed and communication flows within the organization. How employees perceive this structure greatly influences their experience within the workplace. A rigid and bureaucratic structure may foster feelings of constraint and frustration, while a more flexible and open structure can promote a sense of empowerment and collaboration among employees. 2. Job responsibilities. The extent to which employees feel in control of their jobs significantly impacts their engagement and satisfaction. When employees have autonomy and discretion over their tasks, they are more likely to feel a sense of ownership and motivation towards their work. Conversely, overly prescriptive job roles can lead to feelings of monotony and disengagement. 3. Rewards. How employees perceive the rewards they receive for their work and the fairness of remuneration policies directly influence their motivation and morale. A culture that values and appropriately rewards employees for their contributions fosters loyalty and commitment. On the other hand, an unfair or inconsistent reward system can breed resentment and undermine morale within the organization. 4. Risk. The level of challenge inherent in a job affects employees' perceptions of their work environment. Jobs that offer meaningful challenges and opportunities for growth can foster a sense of fulfillment and accomplishment. In contrast, excessively risky or stressful roles may lead to burnout and dissatisfaction among employees. 5. Warmth. The social atmosphere within an organization, including the friendliness of co-workers and the existence of social and informal groups, greatly impacts employees' sense of belonging and camaraderie. A warm and inclusive culture encourages collaboration, creativity, and mutual support among colleagues. However, a cold or hostile environment can lead to isolation and diminish morale. 6. Support. The level of support provided by managers and fellow workers significantly influences employees' well-being and job satisfaction. A supportive culture where managers are approachable and responsive to employees' needs fosters trust and loyalty. Likewise, colleagues who offer assistance and encouragement contribute to a positive work environment. In contrast, lacking support can lead to feelings of alienation and hinder productivity. Question. State 4 advantages of a more open, participative culture. An open, participative culture refers to a workplace environment characterized by transparency, inclusivity, and active involvement of employees in decision-making processes. Below are the advantages of an open participative culture in a workplace. 1. Enhanced employee positivity and engagement. A more open and participative culture fosters a sense of belonging and involvement in employees, leading to increased positivity towards the enterprise. When employees feel valued and included in decision-making, they are more likely to develop a stronger commitment to the organization's goals and objectives. For instance, companies like Google and Pixar are renowned for their inclusive cultures, where employees are encouraged to contribute ideas and collaborate across teams. This positivity not only improves morale, but also fuels innovation and productivity. 2. Improved acceptance of management ideas. In an open culture, where communication flows freely and feedback is valued, employees are more likely to accept management ideas readily. When employees feel heard and respected, they are more receptive to changes proposed by management. For example, companies that actively involve employees in decision-making, such as Toyota with its renowned Kaizen philosophy of continuous improvement, often experience smoother implementation of new strategies and initiatives. This acceptance ultimately accelerates the pace of organizational growth and adaptation in dynamic business environments. 3. Smooth implementation of changes. A participative culture facilitates the smooth acceptance of changes within the organization. When employees are involved in the decision-making process, they develop a deeper understanding of the reasons behind changes and are more likely to support them. For instance, companies that empower employees to make decisions at various levels create a culture where changes are embraced rather than resisted. This adaptability enables organizations to respond more effectively to market shifts and stay ahead of competitors. 4. Increased cooperation and decrease in conflicts. A more open and participative culture promotes increased cooperation among employees and reduces conflicts and grievances within the workplace. When employees feel their voices are heard and respected, they are more inclined to collaborate with their colleagues towards common goals. For example, organizations that prioritize open communication and transparency often experience higher levels of teamwork and synergy among employees. This collaborative environment not only fosters a stronger sense of camaraderie, but also minimizes the occurrence of conflicts, thus creating a more harmonious and productive workplace. 5. Decrease in labor turnover. Another significant advantage of cultivating a more open and participative culture is a decrease in labor turnover. When employees feel valued and included in decision-making processes, they develop a stronger sense of loyalty to the organization. This sense of belonging reduces the likelihood of employees seeking opportunities elsewhere. By prioritizing open communication and employee involvement, these organizations create an environment where employees are motivated to stay and contribute to the company's success. As a result, reduced turnover rates lead to cost savings associated with recruitment, training, and lost productivity. Question: name and explain the internal factors that influence human resources planning. Internal factors play a crucial role in shaping human resources planning strategies, as outlined below. 1. Objectives of the enterprise. The objectives of an enterprise are key in determining its strategic direction. If the enterprise aims for growth, HR planning must anticipate future manpower needs to support expansion initiatives. This could involve forecasting demand, identifying necessary skills, and planning recruitment and training programs. On the other hand, if stability is the objective, HR might focus on maintaining current staffing levels and optimizing workforce efficiency to ensure continuity of operations without significant fluctuations in personnel. 2. Enterprise style. The culture and leadership style of the organization significantly impacts its work environment and employee dynamics. Different leadership styles demand varied qualities from employees. HR planning must align with the enterprise's style to foster compatibility and effectiveness. For example, in an innovative culture, HR might prioritize recruiting individuals with a creative mindset who can contribute to problem-solving and innovation initiatives. Similarly, if the enterprise values teamwork, HR might focus on hiring individuals who thrive in collaborative environments. 3. Nature of the task. Every enterprise has distinct tasks and functions essential for its operations. HR planning needs to analyze the skills and knowledge required to fulfill these tasks effectively. This could involve identifying specialized expertise and competences for specific roles and functions. HR may then recruit individuals with the required qualifications or provide training and development opportunities to existing employees to bridge skill gaps and meet task demands efficiently. 4. Work groups. Collaboration and teamwork are critical for organizational success. HR planning must account for the dynamics of work groups, including communication methods, leadership styles, and team cohesion. This may require hiring individuals who complement existing teams or possess skills that enhance group synergy. Additionally, HR might implement training programs focused on interpersonal skills, conflict resolution, and team building to foster effective collaboration and maximize productivity within work groups. Question: name and explain the external factors that influence human resources planning. External factors play a crucial role in shaping human resources planning strategies within organizations, as outlined below. 1. Trade unions. Trade unions exert external influence on human resources planning by setting requirements regarding the qualifications and quantities of prospective employees. For instance, they may negotiate specific skill levels or minimum educational standards that employers must adhere to when recruiting new personnel. Therefore, human resources planners must consider these union mandates while strategizing recruitment and selection processes. 2. Government requirements and regulations. External factors such as government regulations in South Africa significantly impact human resources planning. Enterprises must navigate and comply with various laws and ordinances related to employment practices, including labor laws, taxation policies, and workplace safety regulations. Failure to adhere to these regulations can result in legal consequences, emphasizing the need for human resources planners to stay abreast of evolving legal frameworks to ensure compliance in recruitment, training, and employee relations. 3. Economic conditions. Human resources planning is influenced by external economic conditions, which are subject to change. Fluctuations in economic indicators such as GDP growth, inflation rates, and unemployment levels affect organizational hiring strategies, workforce size, and compensation structures. During economic downturns, for instance, companies may implement hiring freezes or downsizing measures, whereas periods of economic growth may necessitate aggressive recruitment efforts to meet increased demand. Human resources planners must continuously monitor economic trends and adjust staffing plans accordingly to optimize resource allocation and maintain organizational competitiveness. Technological changes. External technological advancements necessitate adaptation within human resources planning processes. Continuous innovations in technology impact job roles, skill requirements, and workplace practices, compelling organizations to invest in employee training and development or recruit individuals with specialized technical expertise. Human resources planners must anticipate technological shifts and align workforce capabilities with evolving industry standards to ensure organizational effectiveness and competitiveness. Failure to address technological changes may result in skill gaps or inefficiencies that hinder business performance. Question. Discuss the advantages of the line structure. The line structure, with its straightforward layout, offers a host of advantages that make it an appealing organizational model. 1. It is simple to understand. Firstly, its simplicity is a standout feature, rendering it easily understandable for everyone involved. This clarity not only streamlines communication, but also minimizes the likelihood of misunderstandings, fostering efficiency throughout the organization. 2. It is cheap to set up. Moreover, the cost-effectiveness of implementing a line structure is a significant plus. Its uncomplicated setup requires minimal resources, making it an attractive option for businesses aiming to maximize their budget allocations. 3. Unity of command. Central to the line structure is the concept of unity of command, which establishes a clear hierarchy of leadership. This condition ensures that each manager oversees a specific number of subordinates, thereby facilitating effective management and decision-making processes. 4. Clear authority and responsibilities. Within this hierarchical framework, the lines of authority and responsibility are distinctly defined, following a strictly vertical trajectory. This helps to clarify roles and establish a sense of accountability, ensuring that tasks are delegated and executed efficiently. 5. It is stable and promotes continuity. The stability inherent in the line structure is shown in its clearly defined roles and responsibilities, including a hierarchical chain of command. This enables organizations to navigate challenges with greater resilience and continuity. 6. Quick decision-making. Quick decision-making is another advantage facilitated by the line structure. With a clear chain of command and minimal layers of bureaucracy, decisions can be made swiftly, enabling the organization to adapt rapidly to changing circumstances and capitalize on emerging opportunities. Question. List 6 of the items that should be included in a job specification. A comprehensive job specification should encompass various aspects to ensure suitability for the role. 1. Training requirements. The job specification should outline any necessary training or educational qualifications required for the position. For example, bachelor's degree in computer science or related field preferred. 2. Experience. Detail the level of experience necessary to perform the job effectively. This may include years of experience in a particular field or specific types of previous roles. For instance, minimum of 3 years experience in marketing management. 3. Judgment. Describe the level of decision-making and problem-solving skills required for the role. This could involve assessing complex situations and making informed decisions autonomously. For instance, demonstrated ability to exercise sound judgment in high-pressure situations. 4. Initiative. Specify the degree of self-motivation and proactive behavior expected from candidates. This may involve taking the initiative to identify and address issues or opportunities within the scope of the role. For example, proven track record of taking initiative to implement process improvements. 5. Physical input and skills. If the job involves physical tasks or skills, such as manual labor or operating machinery, these should be clearly outlined. This could include lifting requirements, endurance, or dexterity. For instance, ability to lift and carry objects weighing up to 50 kilograms. 6. Responsibilities. Clearly outline the primary duties and responsibilities associated with the role. This helps candidates understand the expectations and scope of their job. For example, manage customer inquiries and resolve issues in a timely and professional manner. Question. Name 5 benefits of a good work study. A proficient work study encompasses various benefits, each contributing significantly to organizational efficiency and effectiveness. Firstly, it excels in developing solutions to the problems it investigates. A well-executed work study methodically dissects existing challenges to formulate innovative solutions specific to the challenges faced by the organization. Secondly, a comprehensive work study leads to higher productivity levels within the workforce. It streamlines processes and eliminates redundancies, thereby optimizing resource allocation. Such work study initiatives empower employees to work more efficiently, to maximize output while minimizing wasted time and effort. Furthermore, work study helps to generate time-related performance standards, a fundamental aspect crucial for effective planning and production management. By establishing clear benchmarks and performance metrics, organizations can accurately gauge progress, identify areas for improvement, and proactively address potential bottlenecks or inefficiencies before they escalate. Moreover, the benefits of a good work study extend beyond mere productivity gains. It also plays a pivotal role in fostering better and safer working conditions. By systematically identifying and addressing hazardous operations, work study initiatives help mitigate workplace accidents and injuries, ensuring the well-being and safety of employees. Lastly, one of the most notable advantages of a good work study is its universal applicability across diverse workplaces. Whether in manufacturing, service industries, or administrative settings, the principles and methodologies of work study can be adapted and implemented to enhance operational efficiency and drive organizational success across various sectors and industries. Question. Discuss 4 factors that can cause conflict in an organization. Conflict within an organization can arise from various factors, where conflicting parties have divergent strategies or interests in achieving a common goal. The following factors can cause conflict in the organization. 1. Win-lose situation. One significant factor contributing to conflict is the emergence of win-lose situations, where conflicting parties have divergent strategies or interests in achieving a common goal. In such scenarios, individuals or groups may prioritize their objectives over collective success, leading to friction and competition rather than collaboration. This can manifest in disagreements over approaches, resource allocation, or decision-making processes, ultimately hindering organizational progress. 2. Abuse of authority. Furthermore, conflicts can arise when authority is abused within the organizational hierarchy. Senior employees wielding their power over juniors can create an environment of oppression and resentment to assert dominance. This act undermines the morale and confidence of subordinates and fosters a breeding ground for conflict. As a result, a power imbalance is created, accompanied by feelings of injustice and disenfranchisement among junior members, leading to tensions and interpersonal conflicts within the organization. 3. Different perceptions. Differing perceptions among individuals or groups within the organization can fuel conflicts. Variations in understanding, interpretation, or prioritization of goals, values, or strategies can lead to misunderstandings and discord. These differences in perception may stem from diverse backgrounds, experiences, or roles within the organization. When parties fail to acknowledge or appreciate alternative viewpoints, conflicts can escalate as each side remains steadfast in its perspective, unable or unwilling to empathize with the other. 4. Reaction to change. Additionally, organizational changes can be a significant source of conflict, particularly when individuals feel threatened by the uncertainty or disruption it brings. Change often disrupts established norms, routines, and power dynamics within the organization, triggering resistance and anxiety among employees. Whether it involves restructuring, new policies, or technological advancements, change can evoke fear of job insecurity, loss of control, or diminished status. Question. Part of human resources planning is to do a skills inventory. What is a skills inventory? A skills inventory is a comprehensive analysis an organization performs to assess the collective skill sets and expertise possessed by its current employees. This helps the organization better understand the human resource situation of all current employees. The process involves evaluating and documenting the abilities, knowledge, experiences, and competences across various departments or roles within the enterprise to enable the organization to identify gaps in the skill sets of its employees and take measures to bridge those gaps. Question. State 4 types of information that should appear in a skills inventory. The following information is included in a skills inventory. 1. Personal information. Within a skills inventory, one's personal information is added so that the individual's professional profile is understood. This includes fundamental details such as contact information, employment history, and educational qualifications. 2. Training records. Another crucial aspect of a skills inventory is the training completed by the individual. This includes formal degrees, diplomas, specialized courses, and certifications. By cataloging these experiences, the inventory reflects the individual's commitment to skills development and proficiency across various domains. 3. Service history. A comprehensive skills inventory should include a complete service record of previous employment engagements. This refers to the roles held, responsibilities undertaken, and achievements garnered during each tenure. Doing so helps to capture one's professional journey, including past contributions and capabilities. 4. Performance evaluations and career prospects. The skills inventory incorporates evaluations of performance and assessments of promotional potential. These insights serve as invaluable metrics, indicating strengths, areas for improvement, and the individual's capacity for advancement within organizational hierarchies. Question. Selection forms an integral part of human resources provisioning. What is meant by selection? Selection refers to the comprehensive process of evaluating and screening candidates for a job from a pool of applications. It includes the use of application forms, curriculum vitae, interviews, employment and skills tests, and reference checks to evaluate and screen candidates. This is followed by an interview, assessment and reference checks to hire a candidate ultimately. Question. Fully explain the selection process that a company should follow. By following these steps systematically, the company can effectively identify and select the most suitable candidates to fill the job vacancies within the organization. 1. Screening of job applications. The selection process commences with screening job applications from potential candidates. This step involves reviewing applications to ensure completeness and relevance to the job requirements. 2. Initial screening interview. Candidates who meet the basic criteria are invited for an initial screening interview. This interview is tasked with assessing candidates' general suitability for the position and to gather additional information about their qualifications and experience. 3. Skills assessment. Shortlisted candidates then undergo an assessment to evaluate their specific skills relevant to the job role. This assessment aims to determine the candidate's proficiency in the required skills and their ability to learn on the job. 4. Reference checks and background investigations. Reference checks and background investigations are conducted to verify the information the candidates provide and gain insights into their past performance, work ethics, and reliability. This step helps to validate the candidate's qualifications and suitability for the position. 5. In-depth interview with hiring manager. Candidates who successfully pass the initial screening, assessment, and reference checks proceed to an in-depth interview with the hiring manager to whom they will report. This interview delves deeper into the candidate's qualifications, experience, and suitability for the role, allowing the hiring manager to make a more informed decision. 6. Medical examination, if applicable. In certain cases where the job role involves physical demands or health-related requirements, candidates may undergo a physical examination to ensure they meet the necessary health standards for the position. 7. Offer of employment. Upon completion of the selection process and final approval from the relevant stakeholders, an offer of employment is extended to the selected candidate. This offer outlines the terms and conditions of employment, including salary, benefits, start date, and any other relevant details. Question. Explain 6 objectives of a human resources department. The Human Resources (HR) department has several key objectives as outlined below. 1. Fostering individual recognition. HR aims to help employees understand that they are unique individuals, each making a substantial impact on the organization's effectiveness. This recognition is fundamental for creating a workplace culture that values individual contributions and diversity. 2. Cultivating a common focus. The Human Resources Department endeavors to create a culture where both employees and the organization share common goals and objectives. This alignment promotes unity and collaboration, ensuring that everyone is working towards the same organizational mission. 3. Supporting managerial execution. The Human Resource Department supports managers in the execution of tasks by assisting them in matters related to human resource management. This support ensures that managers can effectively handle issues concerning their teams, contributing to overall operational efficiency. 4. Strategic workforce planning. The Human Resources Department plays a crucial role in ensuring the proper staffing of the enterprise. This involves identifying job requirements, determining the necessary numbers of people and skills, and actively engaging in the recruitment, selection, and promotion of qualified candidates. 5. Employee development. The Human Resources Department is dedicated to developing the potential of every employee through training initiatives and optimizing manpower utilization. This focus on continuous improvement of individual skills and team capabilities is essential for the organization to remain competitive in the economic market. 6. Retention and well-being. The Human Resources Department works towards retaining staff by recognizing and rewarding effectively performed jobs. It also ensures harmonious working relations between employees and managers through participative management and regular negotiations on various aspects of the work environment. This creates a safe and healthy work environment and results in increased employee satisfaction and retention. 7. Management employee communication. The Human Resources Department serves as a link between management and employees. It ensures there is effective communication regarding all matters, and the personnel manager reports to top management concerning decisions that affect the workforce. This helps to foster transparency and trust within the organization. 8. External relations. The Human Resource Department addresses and manages matters that connect the organization with external factors and acts as a bridge between the external environment and the enterprise. This role ensures that the company remains informed and adaptable to changes in the broader business landscape, thereby aligning internal practices with external trends and requirements. Question. Explain 7 functions or activities taking place in an organization. To achieve its goals and objectives, an organization undertakes activities grouped into functions represented by departments, as outlined below. 1. Purchasing. This function is responsible for acquiring the raw materials, equipment, and services required for production. This includes sourcing, negotiating contracts, and establishing relationships with suppliers to ensure the required resources are available at optimal cost. 2. Production. The production function is responsible for converting raw materials or inputs into finished goods or services. This involves planning, organizing, and overseeing manufacturing processes to meet quality standards, production schedules, and cost efficiency targets. 3. Administration services. This function is responsible for providing support services to the organization. Its activities include office management, record keeping, data management, and communication to ensure efficient administrative processes within the organization. 4. Marketing. This function is tasked with identifying customer needs and wants, developing products, creating awareness, and generating demand for the organization's offerings. This function encompasses market research to enable the business or organization to understand customer needs. 5. Finance. The finance function is responsible for managing the organization's financial resources. This includes budgeting, accounting, financial reporting, and strategic financial planning to guarantee the organization's financial health and compliance with regulatory requirements. 6. Public relations. The public relations function focuses on managing the organization's reputation and image while fostering positive relationships with the public, stakeholders, and the media. 7. Human resources. The human resources function is responsible for managing the organization's workforce and fostering a positive work environment. This includes undertaking recruitment, training, performance management, employee relations, and ensuring compliance with employment laws. Question. Name and describe the 4 basic management tasks. The 4 basic management tasks are: 1. Planning. The first fundamental management task is planning. In this crucial step, managers determine the organization's goals and objectives and decide what the organization is going to do, thereby setting the foundation for subsequent management actions. 2. Organizing. The second management task is organizing. This step involves making decisions on how the organization will implement the plans devised during the planning phase. Organizing is about structuring resources efficiently, whether they be human, financial, or material, to ensure the successful execution of the established plans. 3. Leading. The third essential management task is leading. After organizing the necessary resources, leaders must guide and motivate the workforce to effectively implement the agreed plans and attain the set goals. 4. Controlling. The fourth and final step in the management process is controlling. This task involves measuring and assessing how well the organization is executing the plans put in place during the planning phase. Managers need to monitor performance, identify deviations from the established goals, implement corrective actions, and ensure the organization stays on track toward its objectives.
To access more learning and exam preparation materials, go to www.acemyexams.coza. This link is also in the video description below. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and be the first to know when we upload new videos.